a new mech spotlight.
You're just in time. The mech we're looking at today is fresh out of the factory, ready to kick ass and take names.
I'm actually not too sure about it. Doesn't this Stalker thing look kinda flimsy?
Come on, what did we learn in all the previous spotlights?
Never judge a mech by its stats alone.
Exactly. So it's true the Stalker doesn't have top-tier energy capacity or heavy armor to take on the enemy head-on. But that's not what you're supposed to be doing with this mech.
What are you supposed to do?
Stalk, of course. It's all in the name.
Oh, so we've got another sneaky, backstabby ambusher on our hands.
Pretty much. I mean, you do have some flexibility with this puppy, but ambushes are where she'll shine.
Okay, so walk me through it.
Sure thing. So, Stalker here has a maximum energy capacity of 24. Not the best out there, but it's nothing to sneeze at either. You'll definitely be able to carry some really big guns. With HP, it's a similar story. While it isn't that much compared to some other mechs, it's not the worst either.
What about speed?
Speed is pretty decent, which plays well if you prefer to flank the enemy and bide your time for a devastating strike.
All right, so Stalker isn't slow, but I'm still not convinced. What makes it stand out?
It's natural predator drive.
Predator drive?
Yep, that's the name of the Stalker's ability. When activated, it gives a huge boost to the damage Stalker dishes out. Like 50% huge.
Wow, all right. I see how this thing can bring the pain to just about anyone.
It sure can. There's a catch though. While Predator Drive is active, Stalker takes 25% more damage. But it also has parts of its HP restored if it kills an enemy mech. Pretty neat, right?
Right. I'm beginning to understand why it'd make a great ambusher. Catch an enemy unawares, pop Predator Drive, and they'll be scrapped before they know it.
Exactly. You just need to be careful with your timing. You don't want to catch a load of missiles or railgun rounds while you're vulnerable.
That'd be nasty. And speaking of missiles and railguns, what weapons would you recommend for Stalker?
Predator Drive is an awesome ability for pretty much any weapon, so you've got plenty of flexibility. Want to be a sniper? Grab a pair of long arms and enjoy boosted shots. Prefer to get up close and personal? Missile racks or carbines will be your best friends. Though I'd say focus on burst damage and avoid anything meant for prolonged combat. You don't want to expose yourself for too long.
Oh, I know. I'll use javelin racks. Long range, 50% damage boost. It's a recipe for success.
Sure. Just don't forget to combine them with a chicken skin while you're at it. Then again, if you're going down that road, why not load up on some rocket mortars? Go even longer range to counter the javelin rack meta.
That's a good point, but I take exception to your chicken skin comment. Everything's fair in Mech Arena.
Yeah. But just be careful. If someone gets close enough or gets a lock on you out of cover, you're toast. Not to mention Zephyr coming at you with its shock pulse, or your opponent's teaming up with Ares to hide behind its shield.
I mean, yeah, that comes with the territory. And while Stalker doesn't look slow, it's not exactly kill shot. Any other tips to counter it?
Well, its HP isn't that high to begin with, and if Predator Drive is activated, it's going to be more vulnerable too. So just be Han Solo and shoot first.
Easier said than done. All right, so it seems like Stalker is just one more menace to watch out for.
You're right about that. It's not too different from watching out for Zephyrs or those pesky sniper panthers.
Well, you've convinced me. Stalker looks like a solid mech.
It's a good choice for pilots who value damage over anything else. You just need to be extra aware of its vulnerabilities.
Good call.
Well, that about wraps it up. We hope this gave you some helpful insights. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more.
Until next time.
Next Spotlight.
Taking center stage today is the demon samurai of the mech arena, the one and only Tengu.
Wow, that mech looks pretty cool.
Just wait until you hear what it can do.
I'm all ears.
Tengu is designed for surprise attacks. It's great for sneaky beacon capturing and ambushing enemy mechs.
So, it's a scout?
Correct, but a durable one. It's pretty solid in one-on-one fights against other scouts. If you still want to avoid confrontations with heavy mechs at full HP, try to make your move when they're busy or otherwise vulnerable instead.
Okay, so this thing's built for surprising the enemy?
Oh yeah, and it's got a neat trick up its sleeve for doing just that. It's called Sky Strike, and it launches you high up into the air.
Like Lancer's jump jets?
Kind of. The difference is that as soon as Tengu activates Sky Strike, stealth systems engage that prevent the enemy team from targeting you.
Okay, like jump jets with a twist.
Right, and there's more. When Tengu lands, he slams into the ground, dealing significant damage to all the mechs in the immediate area and slows them all down.
You're kidding me. So Tengu can surprise a whole team behind cover and damage all of them in one slam?
And slow them down for the rest of your team to clean up.
That's awesome. Okay, so talk to me about weapons.
Well, with a max capacity of 16, it can't really bring the big guns.
Sure. Although, I guess you're going to be using your Sky Strike in close proximity to the enemy, right?
Exactly. And you have some good close-range options, like shotguns and arc turrets. They're a perfect match for Tengu's surprise attack style.
So, surprise the enemy from behind, slow your targets, hit them with some burst damage, and get out of dodge.
You got it.
Okay, and how about javelin racks? Tengu can jump up to high ground, like Lancer. So, would jabs work for Tengu too?
I wouldn't recommend it. Tengu has to get close, and Javelin Rack requires some distance. Try combining Sky Strike with burst damage weapons instead. It just works better.
Roger that. So, what's the strategy?
Well, picture the scene. You've just activated your Sky Strike and blown all your shotgun ammo. You're surrounded by the enemy, and both your weapons and your ability are on cooldown.
Sounds awkward.
Exactly. So, you want to look before you leap and pick an escape route before you go for the ambush. Tengu is a scout mech, remember? Let your teammates with the big guns seal the deal.
Or, I guess, survive long enough to use Sky Strike to escape.
Right. And bear in mind that Guardian, Zephyr, and Redux, even when slowed down, can still use their abilities. So you'd be smart to time your Sky Strike for after they've used them.
Noted. Hey, do you think it'd be possible to win a match with Tengu using no weapons at all?
If you were careful about picking your engagements, I don't see why not. Sounds like a challenge. However, that'll have to wait for another time, because that is it for our Tengu Spotlight. Hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this one. We'll see you next time.